When I was 15 years old, I attended a small private Catholic high school in Santa Monica called St. Monica. Since the area of Santa Monica is mainly made up of wealthy Caucasian people, a majority of the students at St. Monica were Caucasian. Already as a freshman, I felt out of place and uncomfortable every day. I definitely stood out physically, and somehow other students found out that I wasn't really wealthy and that I was actually there on a scholarship. A year later, when I was 15 years old, I decided to try out for the girls' junior varsity softball team. Mid-season, the coach decided to move me up to the varsity team. I knew deep down in my gut that they weren't going to accept me, and I was right. To them, I was different. Starting from my first practice on the varsity team, they made me feel discriminated. Not only because was I the youngest player on the team, but I was also the only full Mexican teammate. Everyone else was either full Caucasian or slightly mixed. For the first couple of practices, they went out of their way to be rude to me. Every practice, I would have to carry the catcher's gear all by myself to the field, and after practice, I would have to put away all the equipment without anyone's help. During practice, we would do certain drills to sharpen our skills, and every girl on the team were given 5 minutes for each drill, but when it was my turn, they cut my time in half. It got to the point that one time a girl even hid my glove so I didn't participate in practice at all that day. Then I decided to change, and during my first varsity game, I collected 4 RBIs and several defensive plays. Not only did I impress the crowd, but I impressed the rest of my teammates. That day we won on the count of my hits, and my experience on this team did a 180 flip. They realized my passion and hard work for softball, and that judging me by my age and ethnicity would affect the team as a whole. They brought me into their inner circle and grew to love me. The memories I've made from playing on this team for the rest of my high school career are the greatest memories I have, not only because of the sport, but because of my teammates. They apologized and we moved on together. But the point of my story is that even high school students are capable of discrimination, and even though it's wrong, it can be conquered. Sometimes discrimination is driven by being scared of the unknown, and by making an effort of getting to know a certain person can eliminate this discrimination and introduce a sense of belonging. On March 11th, 2013, I attended an event at California State University Northridge called Blacks and Latino Migrant Relations. It was put together by my Chicano Studies professor, Martha Escobar. Before the event, I thought to myself, what do Blacks and Latinos even have in common when it comes to immigration? I believe that we were 2 different races fighting 2 different battles. After this event, I realized that I was wrong. People from the Black and Latino community all want a sense of belonging and a place that truly feels like home. So as I walked into the room, I noticed it was completely overcrowded and thought to myself, this must be a very important issue since I see people of all ages and races. Hearing Rhonda McGee, Gerald Lenore, and Isabel Garcia speak was definitely a treasurable experience. 2 stories really stuck to me that day though. One was about a mother and her infant crossing the border, and due to health reasons, her baby died. But when the Border Patrol arrested her, the media claimed it was for the murder of her child. There was another incident where a father and his 5-year-old son were being chased by Border Patrol in cars. They had hit the little boy, and he died. But the father was charged for endangering his own son. These stories made me realize that these people go through what these people go through and how they're treated as if they aren't even human. Massive deportations and incarcerations have taken place these past couple of years, and it is beginning to affect our country negatively. A lot of money is being spent in these areas instead of other important areas like education and healthcare. It really impressed me and made me proud of my school to see CSUN students stand up and voice their opinions about this matter. That feeling alone gave me a sense of belonging, and I left the event truly believing that through Black and Latino relations, a structure can be developed for a new border system, so that others are given the chance to know and experience a sense of home.